Yo, what is good, YouTube, and welcome back to another JC2K video. In today's video, we're going to be ranking every single Lunar New Year card from worst to best here in NBA 2K24 MyTEAM. So, for the sake of this video, Wesley Person, Drazen Petrovic, and Chris Paul are not being included because they are not Lunar New Year cards. I'm not ranking them. But the other 12 guys you see on screen, I will be ranking from worst to best. Basically, hopefully giving you all a good picture of the guys you should be targeting and the guys you should stay away from here in NBA 2K24 MyTEAM. Before we hop into the video, if you haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Help me push towards the 20,000 subscriber mark on the channel. I upload every single day, and I would really appreciate it if y'all do subscribe. Trying to hit 20K by the end of the month of February, which is going to require about 60 subscribers a day. Would really appreciate it if y'all do subscribe. Without further ado, let's hop right into it. Number 12, shockingly, is Yao Ming. The lock-in, I think, is the worst card in the entire set. Not only is Yao the worst card in the entire set, I think he is worse than, like, most of the centers that are in the game, legitimately. He is a terrible card. 25 speed, 43 ball. I understand he is a giant, but a complete inability to shoot the ball and a complete lack of speed destroys this card. Not to mention he has no perimeter defensive ability or lateral quickness either. He is still glitchy in certain ways because of his size, but I think at a competitive level, he is legitimately the worst of any of the cards in today's set, which is extraordinary to say, absolutely shocking. And in my personal opinion, I'm sure many of y'all disagree, but in my opinion, awesome. I love it. I'm so glad they nerfed Yao. I don't want absolute giants ruling the game already. I don't want it. KP and Wimby are great, but you can run other centers. You don't have to run 7-6 giants yet. And it's nice that Yao is not going to make it to where you have to. So I think he's the worst, and I'm a huge fan of it personally. I love that 2K nerfed the crap out of him. I'm very pleased about it, to be honest. Outside of that, now we get to the Amethyst. This Andrew Goodalot card is 5 at number 11. I just don't think he's very good. He's a 3-hunting PG, but unfortunately, he does have a nice release, but he's not a great slasher at all. He's defensively very, very mediocre. He's small. His movement doesn't look exceptional. The release is nice, but overall, the card himself is not that great. I think he's pretty darn mediocre, and I would put him at number 11. Number 10 is Kyle Anderson. His release is on slow. He's a pretty good card, but he doesn't have great shooting badges, doesn't have speed booster, isn't an exceptional slasher. He's got good speed, solid shooter, not a great slasher though, but defensively he is pretty good. Unfortunately, the release on slow does hurt this card a lot as well, so not a card I'd really recommend running much. At number 9 is going to be Smush Parker. Stat and badge wise, he's quite good. He's 6'4", he's pretty versatile, he's super athletic, not a bad defensive point guard either. He's got a good wingspan. His animations just aren't very good. Not good SIGs, default release, not a fan of that. Smush is also pretty mediocre. And at number 8, I will say this is the first non-amethyst, JJ Hickson, 6'9". I don't love this card. He doesn't have incredible size. He's too small for center, really. And at power forward, yes, he's fast and he's a good dunker and he's a great defender, but he's missing a ton of shooting and playmaking badges. Yes, you can add them, but the release, it's on quick, but I don't love the default. And the default swing isn't honestly a bad release. I'm going to be honest. It's actually pretty good. With a decent up on quick, MJ dribble style, like he actually has good animations. He's just small, doesn't have a high 3-ball. Not a terrible card, but I don't think he's elite. Number 7 is Al Harrington. Pretty good, very good budget power forward, 85 speed, 93 ball. Good dunker, great defender, great shooting badges, really solid versatile defender, great interior badges as well as having clamps. Playmaking badges are nice. He even has speed booster and he's a great finisher. Really good release as well is huge on him. I really like this Al Harrington card as a budget power forward. I think he's very solid. Number 6 would be Stephon Marbury. Starbury is only 6'2" at point guard, which is his number 1 flaw. His number 2 flaw is that his release is a little bit baited. D-Rose's jump shot is not that great. Now, stat and badge wise, he is legitimately one of the best cards in the game. He has anchor. He's great defensively. He's a great slasher, great shooter, great finisher. He's probably more Ja Morant level than anything else though. Maybe moves a little better than Ja, but not quite as good of a release. Like his SIGs are okay, but not great. He's just meh. He's very meh. He's not special at all. I think I might even be putting him a little bit high at 6. You could probably argue that he's down at 8 and put Hickson and Al Harrington over him, but I'm putting him at 6 for this video. Number 5, gonna go Andre Blatch. Really good 6'11" power forward, small forward. He's versatile. He's a great slasher, a very good shooter with range, and playmaking wise pretty good. Needs bailout, break, starter, handles for days added for sure. And then defensively, you want to add challenger, you want to add off ball pest, you want to add pick dodger. Like, he's already missing a few badges, but defensively, he is very good. He's versatile. He can pretty much guard 1 through 5. He's better on the interior than he is on the perimeter, but he's not a bad perimeter defender either. He's super athletic, and he's a good shooter. And Isaiah Stewart's jumper is pretty good. He's got a pretty solid jump shot as well. He's a really good, versatile 6'11 wing. I feel like he's very much a lot like Thurl Bailey as a card. There's been several cards that have dropped kind of like this recently, but he's another one very similar to a guy like Thurl Bailey, and I think he's a very good card. Number 4, going to be OJ Mayo, 6'5" point guard who's got a nice release, super athletic, really solid playmaker. I will say his SIGs aren't incredible outside of his behind the back, but his behind the back is very good. Defensively, he's nice in the perimeter, and he can get every badge, so you can add the anchor, brick wall, off-ball pest that he's missing. He's super fast, good shooter, great dunker, super solid defender, and I do like the release. JR releases on quick is good. I don't like MJ's upper, but movement. MJ dribble style is good. His behind the back is awesome. Outside of that, the rest of his SIGs aren't great, and I don't love his fade. So he has some flaws, but I do think he's a very solid card, and I think he's one of the best cards from today's drop. Number 3, Wang Zizi, 7'1", 7'5" wingspan. I understand not incredibly fast at the center position, nor insane defensively, but if you badge him out a little bit and add things like fast twitch, challenger clamps, glove, maybe an Agent 3 bailout, something along those lines as well, you really have a good center. Even though he's not a good playmaker, he is one of the very best shooting bigs in the entire game, right at the top of the list there for sure. Maybe the best shooting center in the game, because he's got a better release than KP. I'm going to be honest. His release is insane, and that gives him so much value, not to mention the fact that his player build is huge. He defends quite well. He's a very solid rebounder, and he can get every badge, so you can upgrade stuff defensively to improve him on that end as well. I think he's fast enough to compete. I don't feel like the speed winds up being an issue. He's an amazing card, and I think he's one of the best bigs in the game. E is in the discussion for best power forward in the game, a 7-footer with a 7'4" wingspan. Hotspots are nearly everywhere. Super complete badges with great slashing, shooting, and defense. Playmaking isn't exceptional. He does need a ball handle shoe to be able to burst, and you want to add badges like bailout, handles for days, and speed booster as well. But he's a great shooter, really, really good slot dunker, solid playmaker, especially with that ball handle shoe, and with some maybe playmaking badge upgrades. And then defensively, he's solid as well. Really nice release is probably the best part about him offensively, is how smooth and easy and relatively quick his release is. And then defensively, he's very versatile. Obviously, he's very capable on the interior as well. A lot of great interior hops offensively. But the best card in today's drop is Michael Beasley, who can only be attained either if you pull him in packs or if you pay 125 KVC to buy him directly, which is like $30. So not great, but he is a 6'9" small forward with a 7-foot wingspan, hotspots from literally everywhere, incredible Hall of Fame badges including Bulldozer, Posterizer, Precision Dunker, Agent 3 Blinders, Catch Corner, Deadeye, Limitless, Blow-By, Handles for Days, Speed Booster, Glove, and Interceptor. Every badge is upgradable and addable. Of course, he's got versatile defense, incredible slasher, top-tier shooter, and great speed to a ball excel. But not only that, he has maybe the best release in the game right now, literally out of anybody. Now, his SIGs are not exceptional, but I can live without exceptional SIGs when all of his animations are as good as they are outside of that. I do think you are looking at one of the very best cards in the game right now in my team. I wouldn't say he's the best, but he's probably the best small forward in the game, and he's definitely a top 3 to 5 card in the game at very worst. Michael Beasley, really, really good card. Unfortunate that he's only able to be bought with money. I don't love it, but it's better than him literally being only packs. So I'm okay with it, and I do think he's the best card from today's drop. So that is going to do it for today's video. I hope y'all did enjoy. If you did, make sure you hit that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. I'll be back with more 2K content very, very soon, and I appreciate y'all. Peace.